You want to say another? Daf Hashavua, Daf Chav Ches Amud Aleph, the Gemara. We're at the Mishnah on Ches Amud Aleph on the bottom. V'ayram Rabbi Yehuda. Rabbi Yehuda also says, we learned in the previous Mishnah on Chav Zayin Amud Beis that the Rameir says you have to sell a shul only on a Tanai. The Chachamim say, you could sell it, doesn't have to be on a Tanai, except for the 4 things that are disgrace for it, that are disgraceful. On that, Rabbi Yehuda said, a chumrah, a chumrah, that you have to sell it for a chatzar, but a kula that once it's sold for a chatzar, the person buying it could do what he wants. So now, v'oidam Rabbi Yehuda. Rabbi Yehuda also says, Beis HaKnesset shecharab. A Beis HaKnesset that got destroyed, ein maspidim b'soichai. You're not allowed to make a hesped in there. Ve'ein mafshilim b'soichai chabalim, and you can't twist ropes in there, like to make ropes. Ve'ein parson l'sochem etzudos, you're not allowed to spread out nets in there. You needed a big area to spread out the nets, to untangle them, or to create them. Ve'ein shoitchen al galgei peres, you can't even place produce on its roof to dry out. You're not allowed to make a shul, a shortcut. I will cause destruction on my mikdashos. We learn out from this pasuk that it has a kedusha even when it's desolate, even when it's destroyed. When Hashem's destroying its mikdashos, it's mikdash. Aluba asavim, if let's say grass, weeds or whatever asavim grow up in it, start growing in the shul. Lo yitol shmip ne'agos nefesh, you shouldn't cut it off. Ne'agos nefesh, to cause the people who see it have a little bit of feeling of look what happened to the shul, and therefore maybe it would try to help rebuild it. Says the Gemara. Rashi just mentions you can't do anything in the shul. In a shul that's finished, that's charav. It just mentions these cases because in these cases of like twisting threads and putting out nets, you need a big area. Tanaraban. In a shul, you're not allowed to act in a way of frivolity, a frivolous way. What can't you do? You can't eat. You shouldn't drink in them, and you shouldn't adorn yourself in them, get ready, whatever. And you shouldn't take strolls in them. You shouldn't enter them for the this is halacha we learned. You should never enter the shul for if you're hot. You could go into, when you go into a shul, you could go into the hallway in the middle, but you can't. Some shuls today, we don't have it as much, is that you open the door and you enter into the shul. Be like, well, shtibel. You shouldn't say, oh, it's so hot outside, I'll go into the shul. Don't enter the shul when it's raining because of the rain. That wouldn't be respectful. You're not allowed to use it as a personal hesped for a hesped of a yachid, where a rabbin won't come, where it's going to be a small funeral. You can't use a shul as the place for that. But you're allowed to and learn in them the psukim, v'shainim them, and learn halachis. You're allowed to have in them a hesped of a rabbim, says Rashi, of a Talmid Chacham, where where a lot of people are going to gather. There, you're allowed to make a hesped for a big group of Talmid Chacham. Amar Rabbi Yehuda. It doesn't say for anyone, like a president. It just says for a Talmid Chacham. It seems that it's a covered Torah type of thing. Oh, it's not just like, okay, the president, I don't know the president of the shul, but a famous person died and a lot of people are coming, let's do it in the shul. It says specifically a Talmid Chacham. Amar Rabbi Yehuda, when did I say this? Be Yeshuvan. When people are using it, when people are using the shul. Aval b'churbanam, once the shul is destroyed, then meinichan oisai, you leave it, v'oilim ba'asavim, you let grass grow in it, v'lo yitlosh ba, and then you don't let v'lo yitlosh, and you don't cut it, mimnei agos nefesh. That's what Rabbi Yehuda says. Rabbi Yehuda is going in Tanna Kama. The Tanna Kama says, you shouldn't do, in a regular shul, you shouldn't do any of these things, eat and drink, and do all these things. And that Rabbi Yehuda says, that's only when it's being used, when it's a real shul still, but when it's being destroyed, then you could let grass grow. Frek the Gemara, grass. Who said a word about grass? We didn't say a word about grass. Asavim man chashmayu. When Rabbi Yehuda is answering the Tanakh, he says, but when it's destroyed, you can let it grow. I didn't say anything about letting grass grow. Man chashmayu, who mentioned it? Says Mar chesuri mechsra. It's missing. The Tanakh is missing some words. This is what you have to read in Tanakh. So when the shul is really being used, you could sweep it. So you sprinkle water on it to keep the dust down. When you take care of it, the grass doesn't grow up in the shul. Rabbi Yehuda, when do we want to make sure grass doesn't grow? When the shul's being used to sit in. But when it's destroyed, so you leave it, lalos, to let the grass grow in it, the weeds. If it grows, lo yitlosh, don't cut it, because to cause people pain when they see it and they'll want to rebuild the shul. Amar Ravasi says, Bate Knesiyah Shebebavel. Amar Ravasi, Bate Knesiyah Shebebavel, the base Knesses in Bavel, Al Tanai Masuyim. They were built on condition. Va'afal Pikain, and on condition that when if they ever get destroyed, they could be used for certain things. But va'afal pikein, nevertheless, you still can't use it for things that are lighthearted things that are not appropriate, even when it's not destroyed. Right? Tosis learns when it's not destroyed. When it's destroyed, then you're allowed. It's a machlokes Rishonim about this. Some Rishonim hold that this part of the Gemara is talking about even when it's destroyed. But Pashup Shah is like Taisus. Even when it's not destroyed, even though it was built on a Tanai, and you would think the Kedusha wasn't as much, so therefore, you would think that you're allowed to do Kalas Rosh, frivolous things in the shul. It's not such a chashuv shul. No, you can't. What are those things that you can't do in a shul? In Bavel Cheshbonos. You can't do Cheshbonos. You can't do like side things. Cheshbonos means to do calculations. Ravasi says, if you use a shul to do those kind of things, to do cheshbonos or to look up things on a cell phone or whatever, later you're gonna have dead people when people die, they need a place to keep the mace. So says Rashi, Molinimbo, you're going to be obligated to leave a dead person in the shul. Do you have a thought that I'm obligated to leave a dead person there? Lo sagi lavachi, does it have to be like that? What does it mean I'm going to obligate it? Says Gemara, no, I didn't mean you're going to be obligated. It's going to come out that in your shul, they're not going to have a place for the mace, and they're going to leave it in the shul, and it's going to be a hint to you that you use the shul inappropriately. And you can't adorn yourself in the shul. Amar Rava, that's talking about a shul. Amar Rava, Chacham v'Talmidei mutarim. Chachamim and their Talmidim are allowed to adorn themselves in a shul. Why? Because we see they could even do it in a Beis Medrash. Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi, who earlier said a Beis Medrash is more chashuv than a shul, said, my Be'Rabbanan. Why is the Beis Medrash called Be'Rabbanan? Beis of the Rabbanan, it's a house of Rabbanan, and therefore Rabbanan could adorn themselves in a Beis Medrash, and for sure in a shul, according to Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi. One other small Gemara, you can't enter a shul for the sun or for the rain. Like the story of Ravina and Ravada Bar Masna Vikaimi, they were standing. The Sholu Shilto May Rava, they were asking Shilas and learning from Rava. Asa Zilcha the Mitra, a shower of rain came. Aili L'Bei Kanishta. They went up into the shul. Amri, when they went up, they said, Hi Dalina L'Bei Kanishta, that which we went into the shul, La Mishum Mitra. It's not because we wanted to save ourselves from getting wet from the rain. El Mishum Dishmaitza Ba'itzilu Sukiyuma Da Sitna. Learning needs clarity of mind. Kiyuma da sitna, like a day when the north wind comes and it's a beautiful day and you're able to think. So therefore, that's why we went into the shul. Don't think we went in for the rain. Amalei Ravacha b'rei Ravashi. If Ravacha, the son of Rava, said to Ravashi, and with that will end. If someone has to call someone from a shul, what should he do? Amalei, he said, if the guy getting the person from the shul is a Talmid Chacham, he should learn halacha in the shul. Vitanu, if he's just someone who knows Mishnayos, he's not such a tzuvim rabbanon. Leima masnisin, let him say a Mishnah. Vikaru, if he only knows chumash, leima psuka, let him say a pasuk. The Eloi, if he doesn't know any of this, leima leili yanuka, let him ask a child, eimale psukech, to tell him a pasuk that he learned in yeshiva, and that will suffice. Inami, or one thing that you could always do when you go into a shul, who knows, other than learning, what's one other thing you could do? Nishi port v'nekim. You just wait there, and then you could get up, because it says Ashrei Yosh. It's a mitzvah just to go into a shul. So with that, so we're up to the 2 dots. Let's we'll finish the daf tomorrow. Shkayach, guys. Thank you for coming.